To get started, we're going to go to the website www.wordpress.com. If we don't already have an account with WordPress.com, we're going to click Sign Up. When we go to sign up, it actually straight away starts asking us what type of site we want to create. We're going to choose the education and organizations for our purposes. And now we're just going to choose non-profit, the first choice. You will then have a choice of how you would like your homepage to look. You can choose whichever one here you like, but I'm going to choose the one here, the second one. You can change this later when you go into customizing your site. You will now have options to choose a theme. You can always come back and choose a theme later, but to get started, I'm going to choose the theme here at the very bottom. It's handy, it sets a lot of things up for me automatically. But we can change this later if we no longer like that theme, or we can customize the theme some more once we get our site up and running. Now it's time to think about what you would like to call your site. This is important to think about the audience or who will be visiting the site. Just something to note here, because we're setting this up, it's a free version and it's going to be hosted for free. My site will have the something.wordpress.com, so the name of my site .wordpress.com. If we wanted the name of my site without the .wordpress part, you would have to then pay, or what's called host your site on another domain, but we're not going to do that for this tutorial. We're just going to go with the free version. So it's time now to think about what would you like to call your site, and enter this in here in the enter a domain or keyword. So I'm going to call mine Maths and ICT. I'm going to hopefully share it with people also teaching some maths and trying to integrate ICT into the maths classroom, and I might also put up some information for my students. So I go ahead and I type in what I would like to call my site. If this isn't already in use, which it isn't in this case, you will see here the first option, mathsandict.wordpress.com, is available to me. And this is the one I will select, and it's free. As you can see, the one underneath that, mathsandict.com, that's available, but I'd have to upgrade my account so that it would be hosted, and we're only going to deal with the free version for now. You can of course host a site later on. So just to show you here, you have different plans, and the free one is the one we're using. You can also go for a premium or a business class one. The free plan is perfect for us to get started with, and it'll allow you to get to know the basics of using WordPress. As we've already pointed out, your website will be called something.wordpress.com. You have more limited space, 3 gigabytes of space. There may be ads presented on your site. Sometimes when you come to later want to embed some richer content, you might have trouble embedding it because it's a free version and you can't add plugins to allow it to host different things. But for the type of things we would like to embed, such as YouTube videos, it's fine. The free version will work for us, and it will work just fine. You are now ready to set up an account. You can see here that it already is automatically putting my username in as the name of my site, but you can change that. So you have to put in an email and a password, and go ahead and create your account, and you'll have to then verify your account by checking your emails. When you do get up and running and you go in and you are looking at, I suppose, the back end of your site, or how to manage your site, how to put in different posts, the pages and themes, you're in here. You just click on My Sites to get into this part. You might automatically be directed here. At the very top left, just under Switch Site, you'll see the name of the site that you're currently editing or adding to. And on your first login, you should be automatically directed through a tutorial or just a little bit of a navigation around the side of the tool from WordPress. I advise you do it and click on Let's Do It to bring you through this, I suppose, manage side of the WordPress.com tool. The tour will show you different features and where to go to do different things on your site, such as how to manage your site, where to go if you want to select your site's name and address, or if you have a number of different sites in the one account, you'll see them there on the top left. It also shows you the menu and the tools you need to customize your site, and how to preview your site, how to go and take a look at your site. Remember, if you're in the pane where you can customize your site, or the tools at the back of the site, you can always go and preview your site or have a look at your site by just going over and clicking on the name of your site at the top left hand side. That will bring you into your site at any point. So continue there. You can choose themes, or you can do that later if you haven't already, but I think it's now time to start a post. This is the main thing you'll be using your site to do, and let's have a look at how we would input our first blog post. So we're now ready to start our first blog post. So I click on start a post and I get this window. So I'm going to start by giving my post a title. So I'm going to choose the title Maths and ICT, and I'm going to add that here at the very top. Then I'm ready to start adding some content to the body of my blog post. You can see here on the right you can switch or toggle between HTML and visual. For the purposes of this tutorial, we're going to use the visual side. The HTML will give you the code behind your actual content here for the body of your post. So just click on visual and that will present this window. So the first thing here we have is to add different types of media. This is really useful. So this will allow you to put in some images and links into your actual blog post. When I click on the add media, just to point out here, you can add images and documents. By clicking add new, it allows you to upload things from your own computer or via a URL, or as ones that are available or that you have stored somewhere on the internet. Just to point out here, on the free version you cannot add videos and audio. You can add YouTube videos, but you can't upload your own videos or upload your own audio files. You can do all sorts of things. You can add in a hyperlink or to another site or to another part of the web. Instead of embedding a complete link, I can just say click here. So I want whenever somebody clicks the here word, it to go to a certain URL or website. Then click hyperlink, so it now knows when somebody clicks the word here, and I put in a URL there and click add link, and then that person can go, when they later come to see my blog, can click there. Another thing to note here is that if you want to embed a YouTube video maybe into a blog post, all you do is go onto YouTube, get the URL at the very top of your web page there, the web address, and just paste. And you can see there when all I did was I pressed paste, or I'll just do it again using my right click, paste, and that pasted the URL I took from YouTube, and it automatically embeds a YouTube video for me. Very handy. So I'm back looking at my blog post now. So here you can see we have our different types of text editors. We can add bullet points, make text bold, italicize it. Publish it, you can simply click on preview here. This will show you what your post will look like. And you can see what it'll look like on different devices, like on a smartphone. This might be interesting if you think students will have to read these posts and you think that they'll be accessing them to a smartphone. This is obviously a tablet, and this is on a computer. And I'm just going to close down this preview pane now. And when I'm ready and I'm happy with that post, I can go ahead and publish. If I don't want to publish right now, but I wanted to publish tomorrow morning, you can set a time and date for this to automatically publish in the future. Okay, it's published, so now I can go and view my post. And there's my first post. Just to point out here, my blog post is here. in the blog area of the site. But if you go to your home page, which some people often do and expect to see their blog posts there, you won't see it. So if you want to add a blog post, please pause the video now and go and add a blog post. And then when you're ready to edit your home page, come back and continue watching this video. So we're going to look now at how we can change this home page to have it more in line with what our overall site or a blog is going to be all about. So your blog post will always go in here to blog, and these are static pages like the home, about and contact. So the blog updates every time you put in a new blog post, so it'll be in our interest now to change this home page. So continue watching when you're ready to change your home page. Look at my actual site, and just you might have expected that your post would appear here on your home page of your site, and you might just see that this actually hasn't changed. What this has actually done is put my blog posts in with this theme into a blog part. So my blog post will now be shared here. And this theme is automatically putting in my recent posts. So what you might now want to do is actually change this, your actual home page, to match with what you would like your site to be about. So we're going to go now and look at how we can actually change this home page. Here I'm on my mathsandict.wordpress.com site, so anybody who goes to mathsandict.wordpress.com will first land here. So I want this to be more about what they should find here and what this whole website's about. So I'm going to click on my sites to be able to go in here and edit this site, and I'm going here to pages. So when I go in here to pages, I now can see the home, the about, the contact and the blog. So I can change these. I can go in here to home because we want to edit that. So this is what it currently has written, and this is the theme picture. So if you want to change the image, you can edit that and you can put up your own. As we showed earlier, you can upload something or add an image using a URL. I'm happy with that image for now. I'm not going to change that right now, but I might want to change the text here to be more about what my site here is going to be all about. So you might want to take out this text and add your own text at this point. So I have now updated the text I want on my homepage. As I said, I'm not going to change this image here. You can. This is considered a featured image, so you could remove that image and add a different image here. You have different options for your pages, so what you want at the top level, what you want to be the front page, and the order of your different pages. Again, you can look at that here and play around with these, explore it. So you might want your blog to actually come second or third, and you can choose different things, or you might want to change the top page. Showing share buttons, show like buttons, play there and see what suits you, and you have more options there. Okay, so you can put in a location for yourself, so you can let it find your current location if you want, allow comments, allow pingbacks and trackbacks. All I'm interested in doing right now is just updating the text here, so I can preview it now. So this is now what somebody will see when they go to my page. So I like that, I'm happy with that. I can change these widgets down here next, but I'm happy with that for now. So I'm happy with that preview. So I'm going to go ahead and click update. And there we go. My homepage is now updated and I can go and visit the page. So there we go. So obviously you can add more to this, but that's all I want to write for now. The text is centered. I don't have to have it centered, but I like it like this for now. So I suppose the next thing I want to do is to start looking at these type of widgets and different things here to change these a little bit to be more in keeping with what my site is all about. homepage because they were just automatically there from the theme I set, but they're not what I want. So I might want to actually put an image here more related to what my homepage is about with some text underneath. To change this, you can click on Customizer and it'll bring you straight to the Customizer, but I'm going to show you how to get to the Customizer through the Manager My Site side of the WordPress.com tool. So I'm going to click on My Sites, which brings me in here to allow me to manage my site, and I'm now interested in the theme and customize. So it'll load the customizer and it'll tell me what site I'm customizing, and here you can see different ways to edit. Up here, if I wanted, I could put an image in up there. Okay, so no image, so I could add a new image. I could change what's written here, add a little tagline or a logo if you have one. You can edit these in their order, so which way do you want them? So you can do that here, and different menu options, but these are what I want to actually edit here. I want to edit one of these widgets. So here, if you go to the widget, you can see it changes here, so I can change the name of this. So I could say video tools, and I can change the image here, but you're going to do it using some embed code. And so you would put, see here, image source, you would just take out this piece and put in a link to an image you have instead. And then to change the text here, you would just take out this text, so it goes right up to widget section of the customizer. And I want to take out that, and I would add my own text here, so add your own text. And then you would have your own text and your own image there, and that then is your widget updated. And of course you can go and update your other widgets there if you would like. So it's not, you can change the visibility as well to show or hide that widget if you like. Okay, so that's how you would change your widgets. Save and publish when you're ready and when you're happy. Then you might want blog and contact last. So if you want to change the order of your menu here, so we're in the customizer and we go into menus. This is called the primary menu. So we go into this primary menu, and I want to maybe add something to the menu here, but what I actually want to do is reorder. Okay, so I actually want my blog coming there and contact coming last, and if I'm happy with that, I can click done. So if I want, and then you can go in and you can add descriptions and different things there if you want, but we're not going to get too technical. We're just starting with some basic blogging for now. So once I'm happy with that, we click save and publish. So that's all done. So just to show you here, if you want to direct people to your site, we call this Maths and ICT. So we go up here into our URL, so Maths and ICT, and because it's a free version, it's at .wordpress.com. And if I share that link with people, they will now be able to come to my site. And you can keep updating your blog posts. So you could maybe, it's very good to set yourself a target, so maybe one blog post a month or one blog post a fortnight, but something doable to start with. And you can obviously share your blog posts out. It's very good to share them using Twitter or Facebook, different sites. So you can change this. Again, to add more blog posts, you can do it very quickly here by clicking New Post. And it brings you automatically in here to add a new post. The other way to have done that would be go to My Sites and Blog Posts. And now you can begin to add a new post if you want. So add. and you can add another post. So I hope this gets you started. So what we'd like to see you do is to set up a nice homepage with a nice theme and a few blog posts to show us what sort of things you would go on your site. Okay, so at least your homepage set up and a blog post. We hope you found this video tutorial useful, and now it's your turn. So it's trying to set up your blog, and we hope you have fun. Don't be afraid to explore and play around. Happy blogging!